Bible. So the Israelites in Jerusalem, when they seen these Israelites that lived amongst the Romans and amongst the Greeks, they called them Gentiles. And they didn't want nothing to do with them. That's why the Lord said, that's why it said there in Matthew, will he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles. Now that word Gentile there, when you go and look it up, the word that's there is Hellen. And the word Hellenist goes back to the word Hellenist, which means Greek-speaking Jews. The word Hellenist means Greek-speaking Jews. Because you had a great multitude of Israelites that were speaking Greek. They weren't speaking Hebrew. They weren't reading, writing in Hebrew no more. They weren't keeping none of the customs. They were freaking off with just like the Greeks, and they still doing it to this day. Why do you think you got so many black men and Hispanic men in these colleges now? And they're pledging these Greek-ass fraternities. And they'll brand an Omega sign, a Delta sign, a Theta sign on their arm, on their body, the particular Greek fraternity that they pledge, they'll brand it on their body. They do them damn stupid-ass step shows, damn near half their naked, and they pledge themselves to be Greeks. So a lot of them will call themselves black Greeks. That's the same thing the Israelites was doing during the time of the Lord and before the time of the Lord. Going back to the time of the Maccabees. That's really when it started. Going back to the time of the Maccabees. And then even when the Lord was actually on the scene, and after the Lord left.
Hey, that Romans 9:13. I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, man. He had this, I wish we could have got it on the camera. But yeah, this dude. But he knew a lot of scriptures. He's one of them Bible quoting. I'll say cracker for now. I mean, he said he's Irish. Maybe Irish. We got a lot of Jake amongst the Irish. But I'll say a cracker for now. Okay, until further notice. Okay, because he was bucking up against the word. But he knew a lot. So he was quoting a lot of scriptures, but he's twisted, just like the other two found that faded away. Yep. He was twisted. He said that basically the Gentiles are the Gentiles that are going to be saved are the other nations, and it's not. And he was trying to quote what Paul wrote and everything. So I just said, let me cut to the chase. And you know the scripture that cuts to the chase when they talk that, and plus he mentioned what Paul wrote. I said, let's go to Romans 9. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. He read that, and his wife was cheerleading. He's a Bible scholar. That's what they said. I said, you ain't no scholar. Then he got offended. He said, I got to leave. They said, you ain't no scholar. But then I said, but before you leave, explain this to me. Romans 9 and 13. He said, well, those are two people that God made two nations of. I said, all right, but does God love or hate Esau? You're taking it out of context. I said, okay, if I'm taking it out of context, you tell me what the word context means. Give me the etymology of the word context. He says, oh, when you go around and you say, I said, no, give me the etymology. Do you know what the etymology is? He said, no, tell me what it means. I broke it down. Etymology means what? Your brother know what etymology means, right? It means root, the root word. The root word. And that's how you get the pure understanding of words. So the word context and the other clowns that faded away, they were saying that too. But they got cut. They was getting cut all day. Brothers in the audience, Benjamin, everybody was just jumping off. They was getting cut. They ain't the brightest clowns, man. They gluttons for punishment. But they said we were using the scriptures out of context. The word context simply means words joining words, or meaning you join in the words with the text. So that's what we've been doing. With the text, we've been bringing, when you go from Genesis and then you go in Revelations, that's bringing it in context, joining words together. So they say we're taking things out of context because we jump around. That's what context means. You bringing it together with the text. You're bringing the words together. So that way you get understanding. You see, now there's much scriptures he was able to quote. He didn't understand, and he thought that, and then he made another, which they left. He said that who translated the Bible, and first he thought I didn't know. He said, what language was this written in? I said, the Greek and the Latin. Then eventually the English. He said, who translated? I said, it was Jews, it was Israelites. No, it was Aramaic. I said, no. I said, they also had it in they also had it in Latin and Greek as well. So I asked him a question. Right, and that's when he left. I said, when the Lord was crucified, what did they put? They said what? Jesus, King of Jews. Y'all remember? And it also says, you might see it, Henry, I-N-R-I. I said, now what languages did they write that in? Oh, just the Aramaic. I said, oh, really? So I said, let me read the scripture. He said, oh, I gotta go to Long Island. Yeah. See, if you deal with, they try to like talk like they know something and try to use words. But once you sit there and go into these scriptures with them, you find out they don't really know nothing, man. That's why I told him. I said, but now he might be a Jake or whatever. You know, and then he wanted to shake my hand because he was like, damn, this nigga cutting me up. And he thought he knew something.
That's exactly what he was.
Theologian.
Right, one of the so-called theologians. Right. You know, and he had his wife, so he didn't want to keep looking bad in front of his wife.
That's why he had to get.
She probably right now, damn, honey, how you let that nigga talk to you like that? You know, I thought you knew everything. You know, but see, you gotta understand, people play word games. Now, the other two clowns, they was sent, they watched this on the YouTube or different media networks, and they've been planning on ways to try to come up here. So they thought they must have ate their Wheaties today. Well, no, actually, the dude had McDonald's. That was his first mistake right there.
But he went back to go get some more McDonald's.
That's right, probably McDonald's right now. You know, and the thing is, the dude was just sitting there just rocking. He wasn't walking. That's unhealthy. All right? No man in the Lord ain't going to come to you wobbling and shit like Grimace or something like that, man. And the reason why we make fun of them, because they clowns. Man, they come up here disrespectful against the word of the Lord. The Spirit jumped on a few of you brothers and cursed their ass out, man. All right? But they lightweights, man. And that's why, like we said, they wasn't gonna stay out here, man, because they not about this truth, man. You know, but go ahead, brother.
What you got?
Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my...
This word is talking about this Bible, the word that we teaching, man. And we are the only ones that's teaching the truth. All right? If anybody's saying the same thing that we teaching, the same thing, not half of it or a little bit of, you teaching the same thing, then you teaching the truth. All right? It ain't no bunch of truth. There's only one, the scripture say, one Lord, right? One faith, one name. You can't say, oh, the name of the Lord is this. I'm saying the name of the Lord. No, it's one name. It's one faith. It's not a whole bunch of different truth. You know, you got some people that say you got to have different opinions, or you can't disrespect his belief. No, if it ain't the truth, the hell with it, man.
Wait a minute. We're not supposed to respect nobody else's belief or their so-called religion. We're not supposed to respect their damn belief or their religion. Matter of fact, is it Job 15 and 34? I think it's Job 15 and 34.
I grab that.
I think it's either that. It's Job 15 and 34 or Psalms. It's talking about their altars. That's other people's beliefs.
Oh, okay.
Their altars.
Congregation of hypocrites.
Right.
Job 15 and 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
Right. Read it again.
For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
And the tabernacles of bribery are going to be consumed. So we're not supposed to respect somebody else's belief or their so-called religion, so to speak. We ain't out here to be nice guys. This ain't a damn popularity contest. This is about bringing out the word of truth. And bringing out the word of truth, people are going to get mad. They're going to get mad because they're going to find out that their God is, what they believe in is falsehood. And when people find out that what they believe in is falsehood, they're going to get mad because they're looking like a goddamn fool, which is what they are, for believing in that garbage. So then they're going to get mad and they're going to hold on to it because they ain't got nothing else to hold on to. If their foundation been pulled from right up under them, what else are they going to do? They're going to still resort back and hold on to that garbage. And we're not supposed to respect their foundation. We're supposed to tear it down. We're supposed to tear their foundation down. Go ahead.
They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit.
Right, and that's all of these different so-called religions. Whether it be Christianity, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists, whether it be Islam. They got this garbage going on about some movie about this guy, and he wasn't no prophet, okay? This guy, Muhammad, he wasn't no prophet. And he damn sure ain't a prophet of the Most High.
Prophet of what?
He ain't a prophet of the Most High. He ain't a prophet. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He ain't a part of this. Them damn Ishmaelites ain't a part of this. They ain't got nothing to do with this. And we ain't got nothing to do with them. Now what we will do with them Arabs is we gonna put their ass in slavery. We gonna put them in slavery. We gonna stomp them into the goddamn ground. Alright, them Arabs is an integral part of why you Negro men are here in America right now. Or why Negroes was brought to the Isle of Cape Verde and now are known as Cape Verdeans. Why Negroes was brought to Jamaica and are now called Jamaicans. Why Negroes was brought and dropped off in Haiti and now are called Haitians. Why Negroes was brought here to the shores of America and now they call you American blacks or Negroes or black men. They were a part of that. They were a part of the slave trade. Them goddamn Arabs, them fucking towelhead Arabs. The white boy calls them towelheads. They were a part of that. You gotta read up on your slavery history. Them damn Arabs and the Africans were working together, rounding us up in West Africa and selling us to the fucking white man. And not only selling us to the motherfucking white man, I'm saying it like that because I'm pissed off. Not only selling us to the white man, and then us being put on boats and brought over here, and brought to Jamaica, to Haiti, to Trinidad, to St. Croix, St. Kitts, St. John, the Virgin Islands, to work them damn sugarcane plantations, and to work them damn cotton plantations in the South. Negroes was also taken from the West Coast and sent eastward across Africa and sold to the Sudanese, the people known today as the Sudanese, Watusi, and the Zulus, which them are not us. Them ain't our people. Those are our motherfucking enemies. Get that straight. They sold us to them black ass motherfuckers. And then the Arabs took us from the west coast of Africa across Africa and sold us to the Arab world. And Negroes were made, how would you say, guards for those Arab harems. And one thing they would do to you before they put you on guard, because he might have 100, 200 women, so you don't go in there and pop none of his women, they will cut your cock and your balls off and then take hot rocks and throw it in between your legs to sear the wound up, and then put a turban on you, dress you up, and have you standing there guarding their harem. Make you a eunuch, not by choice. And then we were carted off to the East Indians, the people that wear the red dots on their head. Hey, what are you doing? Those are East Indians. They call them dot heads. We were sold to the dot heads. And we were also sold as far east as going to Turkey. So we were sold to the Turks. We wasn't just gathered up in West Africa and brought over here to this side of the world. We were trafficked from West Africa through the Middle East as far as Turkey. That's all a part of the slave trade that they don't talk about. So some dumbass nigga coming up talking about some damn Muhammad, nigga, you out your fucking mind, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because them goddamn Arabs are one of your goddamn perpetual slave masters. Now a nigga want to put on a kufi and take his ass over there to Mecca. Talking about he following some damn Islam, dumbass nigga. Nigga need to learn some goddamn history. Nigga need to learn some damn history. Hold on. Go ahead, read that, brother.
Colossians 2:8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
That's why what we're telling you is to beware. Unless any man spoil you through vain philosophy. We're warning you about these vain philosophies out here. I named all of them. Hell, Scientology. You got a lot of these black ass niggas who made it, Hollywood or the music industry or on the comedy tip. They get up high up in there, and then the Bible ain't good enough for them no more. Now they get into that Scientology bullshit. That goes back to L. Ron Hubbard. That devil L. Ron Hubbard. That Scientology is nothing but bullshit. Like this guy Isaac Hayes, who made some of the baddest music ever heard by ears on the planet. When Isaac Hayes was in his heyday in the 60s and in the 70s, Isaac Hayes made some of the baddest music that ears have ever known. This nigga was into Scientology. When that show South Park, which comes on Comedy Central, when they did that skit on Tom Cruise and Scientology, it was called Trapped in the Closet, and they had Tom Cruise trapped, and he was trapped in the closet, and he was dealing with that Scientology girl. I ain't see it in a long time, so I can't tell you play by play how the thing went. But if